corrects grammar in tweets. He always thinks the book is better than the movie. He doesn't really need glasses. He refers to raw vegetables as crudités. He has a subscription to the Wall Street Journal and actually reads it. His diet is gluten-free, although he doesn't have a gluten allergy.
I'm not always pretentious, but when I'm at my most pretentious, it's on the box score. It starts now, my friends.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple: C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Coward for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles. They are the Danettes in Milford, Connecticut. The Sweet 16 tips off tonight with the last game starting up about 10 p.m. your time. Who's staying up for this? Paul, you're a big basketball fan. Are you going to be there for the last game?
I would hope so, yeah. It's the NCAA tournament. It's not like a regular season NBA game. These games actually count for something. So, yeah, I'm planning on a 2:30, maybe a 3 p.m. nap. And then I'll go for the whole session.
Yeah, but Xavier, Arizona, that's one where you could fake it.
I don't know if I'm going to catch all of that. I want to, but I could see.
But why catch any of it then? Just go.
Well, because I'll still, no, only because I'm still awake. I'm not going to intend to purposely shut it off. If it's a close game at halftime, I'll try to fight falling asleep. But I could.
But I thought you don't sleep.
I take like little mini naps throughout the night. If I didn't sleep at all, I wouldn't be able to.
The way I figure it,
but
we're all going to be talking about West Virginia beating Kentucky, so that game is not getting mentioned.
But even that game's going to go.
Therefore, we just go to sleep because it's just you're not mentioning the game at all.
Can you tell when we come in the morning who's seen the game and who hasn't? You kind of get a sense.
Well, the one thing about our show that's good is we don't do game breakdowns.
Yeah.
We don't go minute by minute through games. We're like, oh, great game, great ending. Because if you saw it, you saw it, and if you didn't see it, we can't really walk you through it. I listen to some shows that do minute by minute of games. I'm like, okay, man, I saw it.
I got to tell you, when they came back from that timeout, they were just on fire, and you never looked back.
Right. I think some people like to toot their own horn of that they could go minute by minute, and I saw the game and you didn't. But
one thing we always discuss, though, if it's a Monday Night Football game, we'll always hear what we all flipped around to now. Oh, at halftime, did you go to Real Estate Hunters? Or we're all flippers, too.
Well, that's a good thing about tonight. If you don't like one game, there's another. The odds of both being blowouts, unlikely.
Yeah, but it's a Thursday night. Will we hit any non-sports material?
Could be a couple of minutes of grazing.
Flip over. Oh, Legally Blonde's on. Let's just catch 5 minutes.
Part 2.
Devil Wears Prada. Who knows? Well, the debate arose whether you would want to watch a game on the West Coast or the East Coast, and McLovin showed that he's a complete snob and hates everything on the West Coast.
In my mind, it's like, you know what? They're in L.A. They could go surf and beach, and they're up in Seattle. They're in their kayaks anyway. They're kayaking home. That they're more laid back. They don't care if they miss a little bit of the early game.
They love hearing that. They really do. They love.
They'd leave the Dodgers games in like the 5th inning. They show up at the Clippers games to be seen. There's no NFL team.
Send your responses at DP Show.
They're kayaking home.
Yeah, if you could get a signal out on.
When's the last time you saw somebody kayaking home in LA?
Half of our Portland audience is in a kayak right now. That might be right.
It's probably the most accurate analysis I've heard out of Andrew in a long time. I commend it. It's a really well thought out, well put together, well-researched opinion piece.
Well, I feel bad criticizing LA because the people in LA who are hardcore sports fans happen to be listening to our show right now. So, of course, they're going to be offended. But, I mean, look outside Brock's window right now. It was like there were waves, like it is more temptation in LA.
If you look at it, like all the people who work on this show work out of LA. We always get pictures of them, and they're always surfing.
Yeah.
Or they're like playing like foosball.
Beach volleyball.
Yeah, in the middle of the afternoon on a Tuesday. So that's why we think that.
Yeah, I don't know about the kayaking and everything in the Pacific Northwest. That's like the main thing they're doing, but it is true. And from my experience living there, it's absolutely true. And I don't know why they even bother arguing. Where people are showing up to games just to be seen, or they'll show up in the 3rd, 4th inning of a game and leaving the 7th to beat the traffic. And it didn't.
Oh, in LA, so
right,
this is real.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen it many times. You don't have to be a celebrity to do that. People pose as celebrities, or they think whatever it is, and maybe some of it's traffic and they're getting there late. But I think they're not really interested in the outcome of the game. They're taking selfies and look, I'm at Staples understood this is a big Laker game to be at least back a few years ago, where I'm going to show up in the middle of the second quarter.
And the Pacific Northwest, every citizen spends at least 8 hours a week looking for Sasquatch. So Sasquatch time that's a huge part of their life. You can't watch sports all the time.
It's like mandatory service.
Yeah. You know, you got to spot a Bigfoot or two before you turn 18.
Kayaks and Sasquatch.
McLovin, how are you going to do when the show comes out here to California? Maybe stay for good.
Oh, I don't know about that. California and I have a mixed relationship.
They hate you, and you don't love it.
No, I love LA, except I can't tan and I can't drive. Are those big things out there? I don't really know if they're into those things. But yeah,
Scene's already started packing already. He's already had conversations with the family.
Mentally, I packed about 25 years ago.
He's on the plane as we speak.
Well, another story, another story out there is the West Virginia's Dexter Miles Jr. guaranteeing a win over Kentucky. Seton, call your shot here. What's the final score of tonight's game?
I don't know. I think it's probably first team to 62 wins. But I'm hoping it's going to be the Mountaineers. It's one of those things where I could really, in my head, I see them winning, and I'm like, I've got that like mental, the vision of it, where I'm like, I really see this happening. It's great. We could come in tomorrow, though. I think, Andrew, you said that it might be like 95-23 Kentucky. And I'd be equally as shocked with both of them, or not shocked, I guess.
Well, one man who took exception to Dexter Miles calling his shots was Todd Milquetoast Fritz. And Dan, of course, put him on the hot seat and asked him what he would do in that situation.
If I said to you, you're Dexter Miles Jr., hey, how do you think you're going to do against Kentucky?
I expect us to win. We expect to win every game. Kentucky's a great team, but...
well, that's what he said.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that they're going to be 36-1.
Well, if you win, they're going to be 36-1.
But there's ways of saying things. I fail to see how it's the same thing to say, I expect us to win. They're a great team, but I think we can beat them, as opposed to saying they're going to be 36-1.
Are they going to be 36-1 if you win?
Yeah, but I don't know. Saying that's being a wise guy to me.
That was classic. Fritz usually gives middle-of-the-road answers, and he actually said, I think we're going to win. We're going to beat them. But then when he compared it to the guy saying, yeah, we're going to beat them, and they're going to be 36-1, he sees that as two different things. It's a little bit of semantics there, but it's both being asked how you're going to do in a game, we're going to win, and the semantics of it make it one right, one wrong.
And not to make more of it than it is, but I just would have preferred him being more about that they're going to win than obviously that equals another team having to lose. But I'd rather it be more about we're going to win.
The other team has to lose if their team wins.
I know, but for me, if
he would have said we're going to be 24-7.
Right.
You know what? Tomorrow we're going to be 24-7. Is that better? Because he's always saying he's not saying they're losing.
I don't know why. For some reason that bothered me. They're going to be 36-1. Just like we expect to win the game, and that's it. For some saying that they're an undefeated record, they're going to go from 0 to 1 loss. I'd rather just focus on his team that they're going to win, not that those guys are going to lose. We're going to win, even though it means the same. There's just ways of saying things, and I'm sure he's a nice guy and wasn't trying to be a jerk or anything. And I don't think he's a jerk. It sounded a little cocky, a little arrogant. I'd rather him just stuck to I hope I'm hopeful.
So if you were a coach, you'd want your players confident but not too confident in their ability.
Confident but not confident.
I would have probably had a little talking to. Maybe I'm too old school, whatever. With let's keep that in. I'm glad you're pumped up and I want you to be confident and feel like you're going to win this game, but we don't need to put that out there. They're a good enough team. They don't need extra bulletin board material. Not that they're going to play harder than they already
So then
are.
why if they're not going to play any differently? Because you don't
why,
want them having bulletin board material.
Yeah, but just why rile them up or put it out there? Because then you're making it more about you, and then it looks like maybe you're looking to get some publicity or bring attention for yourself. We're going to get out there. We're going to give it our best.
Do you like when Joe Namath said we're going to win?
It looks cool now because they won.
You're a Rangers fan?
Yes.
Do you like when Mark Messier said?
Again, it's cool.
No. But do you like it when Mark Messier said, "I'm the captain. We're not playing a game 7. We're going to win"?
No, it didn't do much for me. I think the reason it got all this attention.
I'll bet you enjoyed it when he said it that day. You said, as a Rangers fan, I'll bet you really enjoyed it.
I like that he's confident, but it's easier in hindsight because of the outcome that they won. That's cool. If you end up losing, then it has a whole different meaning.
So it's cool if West Virginia wins tonight and shocks the world. Yeah. What he said is now cool.
I think that he shouldn't have said it that way. He should have just left it.
Right, but that's not what I asked. You said that Messier is cool because he came through. And he's Messier. It's different than some kid who's.
I don't know. For in this particular case, some would see that as cool that he called the shot. But the fact that he's in a they're heavy underdogs. That he's in a no-lose situation. It's very easy to say that because if Kentucky wins, no one's gonna. I don't think he's gonna get too much crap if Kentucky wins. And if Kentucky loses, then it's like, oh my God, he said they were gonna win. How did he know that they were gonna take down mighty Kentucky? He's in a good spot by saying that.
The hammer.
All right, coming up, the guys break down John Smoltz's comments on today's show. This is the box score, and it is powered by the Ram 1500 EcoDiesel. Every truck can tow a boat, every truck can climb a hill, every truck can haul a trailer, but not everybody has the most fuel-efficient half-ton truck on the road, period, capital G. Get more facts at capital RAM, ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram. Welcome back to the box score. Guys, pitchers are getting Tommy John surgeries left and right. John Smoltz was on the show today and broke down why the excessive use of this Tommy John surgery is going to affect these pitchers today and down the road.
We're going to be dealing with this at such a rate that I don't know we're going to be able to have these guys exceed the expectations or pitch to the degree that they had always hoped to. So you've got the Strasburgs, you've got the Fernandezes, you've got the Harveys, all young. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to acquire data to see how long they pitch effectively with one Tommy John before we even start talking about two. I hate it. I'm the first ever Tommy John recipient to go in the Hall of Fame. I can make a very good argument I'll be the last.
John says he said he was 34. Wow. We were all surprised. John's usually a lighthearted, fun guy, and not that he wasn't, but I had no idea it was coming. In a million years, what you would have told me John Smoltz would go on a rant about.
He was really passionate.
That was really passionate, really cool.
I wasn't expecting it because, I'm not a baseball expert, definitely. I didn't play. I always thought that the babying of pitchers in the minors and in the early major leagues, I always looked at Jabba Chamberlain and said, man, just get that guy out there. He's huge. Let him pitch. But John's saying it's not when they're in the pros. It's actually when they're 12, 13, 14, 15 that they're getting messed up. And then the arm pops when they start throwing 100 and they're 22 years old. I didn't realize that at all.
Hey, Fritzy, Seton, you guys have both have sons. If they wanted to pitch, would you talk them out of it after hearing Smoltz's comments today?
I know I wouldn't. My son, when he plays, he loves to pitch, and they're very careful with the number of innings and how many pitches they throw. And I've told them about trying to throw curveballs and all that, not trying to do fancy things with the arm. The kid's only 12 years old. I know there's different schools of thought about what can happen to your arm, and is it good or is it not safe to throw that way? But seeing that smile on his face when he struck a batter out or threw a strike,
So how would you tell him? Let's say he was striking out 10 kids a game. He had the best fastball in the league. He's 12. Yeah. Could you tell him, hey, when you're in the game, just don't throw so hard?
It would be very hard for me to tell him. I would hope that.
I wouldn't even know how to damn it.
I would hope that would come from a coach or a manager, or I would hope that after a certain number of pitches or innings, that they're taking him out, so that doesn't even become something that I have to personally.
There's actually a lot of people who talk about, like professional pitchers, who talk about how it wasn't like Maddox. Okay, it wasn't that he threw hard. It's that he knew how to throw the ball and where to throw it. And I would talk to my son about, it's not about throwing it the hardest you can. It's about throwing it in the right spot. And that's what's more important. And try to coach him where it's not, you're not a power hitter. You're not going to hit home runs. Just get a single. And things like that. It's better for the game.
Jordan doesn't have is Jordan like a potential future where he'll...
Definitely not. He's very, very average, and he would probably be the first one to admit that. He's a good ball player, but I don't foresee him.
So he won't get to the point where he blows out his arm, though.
No, he plays and he does well, and he doesn't hurt his team. I'd like to think he more helps his team than he hurts his team, but I don't see him as someone that's going to be reaching any major college or pro levels or even high school. If he pursues it, you never know. But
in any sport or just baseball?
He plays baseball and basketball. We'll have football catches in the backyard and stuff like that, and we'll play hockey, tennis, and we'll play everything. But as far as organized sports, he'll do baseball and basketball, but he's not strong enough in either one where this is going to be an issue where he's going to blow out his arm, or where we're going to deal with all the recruits that are coming after him in our house. That's just not the case.
AAU tours.
I'm going to continue working, and we're not going to be able to retire on all his NBA or Major League Baseball funds. That's just not.
Hope he's not watching.
It's not part of the plan.
Yeah. It's just I'm being truthful, and if he has some kind of delusion.
This could end up being the the spelling bee moment
It will.
for your son, where
But
he's going to end up in a
If he's seeing
overpass
this
in
and
Lodi.
has an inflated view of himself, then I guess this is the coming to kind of moment where just
My
he
dad
can
never
put on
believed in me.
for Halloween he could put on
By
a
Jordan
Bronco
Fitz.
costume or whatever, and we can go get some Reese's peanut butter cups and he can pretend that he's a.
Using the box score for tough love.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to and I'm the king of that. The passive aggressive thing. Now I'm doing it with my son. I'm sending a message his way without me actually having to have eye contact with him.
Now, will you show him this, or will you hide this behind his back for years?
I will probably not show this to him, but if it comes up down the road where he thinks how come I'm not getting scholarships and why isn't Alabama calling me to play?
And you say, watch the box score. I could have told you
That's
7 years
right,
ago
I could
that
have.
you had nothing.
Or you
no
could
game.
just put on his own game tape and be like, you want to know why they're not calling? Watch this.
Or look at these jeans.
Last year, Stephen, you struck out 19 times, 3 walks, and you got on an error. So you tell me, the Yankees, Twins, Royals, where the Cubs, who's calling you? So you tell me which team's coming in.
Yeah.
Right, smarten up, kid.
Yeah, we will be back with
keep telling
more
you to
great
bunt with
parenting
2
tips
strikes.
and tough love here on the box score. Stay tuned. It's the mock headline battle royale next.
Tranquility, sexy, moist, playful, naughty, inviting, curious, seductive. No. Yes, I am essence. I am power. I am body. The true eighth wonder of the world. Giant by Andre.
We are back here on the box score. I don't know if you guys know, but John Gruden recently broke down some tape of Andre the Giant wrestling. The dude was massive. McLovin, would he have been able to make it as a left tackle in the NFL?
Oh my God, he could have been left tackle and left guard combined. He's Andre the Giant. He's the best ever.
Did Gruden say, that guy is just a wrestler. He just wrestles. Just a wrestler.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's legal to take the defensive tackle and just throw him down away like that, like lift him over his head, twirl him and throw him. I don't know in the course of action if you're allowed to do that.
Probably not.
And rarely do you see that in the.
All right, well, Andre was known for several kick-ass appearances in WrestleMania, and since WrestleMania is this weekend, we thought we'd shake things up and have an impromptu edition of...
Mock headline battle royale.
All right, and since this is WrestleMania, we are going to have a special tag team edition where we're going to team up, let's go Seton and Fritzy versus McLovin and Paulie. Our first WrestleMania headline, and you only get one headline per team, so make them count. Our first WrestleMania headline, the tag team of Hulk Hogan and Mr. T defeat Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff in the main event at the first ever WrestleMania. Team Fritz O'Connor, take it away.
And take this one. WrestleLamia. Who gives a rat's ass about the WWE?
Setting the tone. We just set the tone.
Yeah, set the tone early.
Team Pearl Paps, what do you have?
Thunder lifts over Piper's Pit. Mr. T topples Mr. Wonderful.
Oh, Rocky reference.
Snap.
Paul Orndorff reference.
Yeah, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Oh my God.
WrestleMania headline number 2. Stone Cold Steve Austin makes a deal with Vince McMahon for help to beat The Rock and claim the WWF title at WrestleMania 17. Team Pearl Paps, it's on you.
What do you got, Paulie?
Rock blocked. Austin and McMahon bring the pain to Dwayne in the main event.
I came to bring
Help me out, brother. Help me out.
That wasn't like a laugh out loud one. That was just.
But these are all pretty serious, actually.
30
Like, there's not a lot of humor. It's like straight, facty headlines.
Okay, Team Fritz O'Connor, can you counter?
Here comes the humor.
I don't know about that. Getting your rock off. Cheating in wrestling? That's just stone cold.
Yeah, bringing the funny. That's our closer's called the Funny Bone.
Our third WrestleMania headline is Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock throw down a few beers to kick off WrestleMania 30. Team Fritz O'Connor, grab your steel chair.
We've got I'll buy the next round. I think that's pretty good. Give me a little look, guys.
That is such a fake laugh. Oh my God. Is that,
I'll buy the next round.
That laugh is faker than wrestling itself.
I'll buy the next round.
All right, Mr. Wonderful, Paul.
All right, here we go. Shotgun start. Hulk and Steve Austin pop a few Stone Cold ones. Stone Cold ones.
Nice.
That's a good laugh, Andrew. He goes,
Fourth WrestleMania headline. WWE CEO Vince McMahon forced to shave his head after losing a bet to Donald Trump at WrestleMania 23. Team Pearl Paps, give me a winner.
Hit it, smart guy.
Are you mad because I didn't laugh enough at your joke? I'm terrible. Vinsanity. McMahon's like 70. How's he have that much hair in the first place?
Question mark. Sold with the look.
What are we talking about here?
Team Fritz Connor.
it's still real to me, damn it. I just want to thank y'all for shaving Vince's head.
Good invitation.
Take it easy, man.
Such shenanigans. Such shenanigans. That has no application to that particular headline.
But they shoehorned in a good line.
That has no. I heard them in the beginning. They're like, we're going to use this line on one of them. It doesn't matter which one.
I just want to thank y'all for shaving Vince's head, saying what needs to be said.
Say it.
Our fifth WrestleMania headline. Hulk Hogan delivers thunderous body slam to Andre the Giant before defeating him at WrestleMania 3 for the WWF Championship. Team Pearl Paps, your finishing move.
Take it home, kid.
This is going to make sense to nobody. Andre the Giant has a posse, and they're all embarrassed for their leader. Everybody who's under 25 and knows anything about art or graffiti understands it, but...
Fancy?
Going Shepard Fairey, really?
Team
Come on,
Fritz
they're
O'Connor,
everywhere.
your finishing move, please.
No. Okay, we're gonna go with slam. Da 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 da. Let the Hulk be Hulk. Body slam. Da, da, da.
How do you know that?
Sticky fingers.
The mock headline tag team champions are Seaton and Fritzy. Congratulations.
Yeah.
They should get DQ'd for fake laughing.
What needed to be said.
Better energy.
They did have that.
That's how you do it. Let's go.
Yeah, hold it up.
Butternuts.
That's 2 days weekend outfit.
What does this even have
Minus
to
the
do?
ball gag.
Slam da 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 da. Let the Hulk be
Body
Hulk?
slam.
Slam. He got body slam.
I think it's over. It's over. I think
Sorry, you're right. Shepard Fairey makes way more sense, Andrew.
I think it's over.
To a
Andrew.
certain demographic, that was a very
Andrew.
relevant headline.
People be big.
Stick around. McLovin is not done blocking people. We'll tell you who his latest victim is next. This is the box score, and we are taking a break and remind you that the Ram Heavy Duty, with its best-in-class towing, torque, and horsepower, doesn't need one. Guts, glory, Ram. We are closing up shop here on the box score. Let's get right to it. Seaton, is McLovin still blocking you on Twitter?
I would have no idea. I assume so. I'm still blocking him, but to be honest with you,
on,
it's so
guys.
like rear view mirror at this point. He might as well not even have a Twitter account to me. It's just this void.
That's Twitter jaw.
Well, Seaton, if you're still blocked, and you are, I'm assuming that we've got some company because McLovin recently has blocked the box score show itself. Please, McLovin, explain yourself.
I just want
Learn more. I want to learn more about why you did.
Why is that so funny?
I just want to get all negativity out of my Twitter feed. So anybody who writes anything critical of me, they're gone. It's just a fact, dude. Sorry.
Is that why you?
I haven't blocked SoCal Brock.
How could you block the box score and see?
I haven't blocked at SoCal Brock. You can find him on Twitter. Please follow. It's a good
Nice.
follow.
I just picked
Yeah.
up a couple.
But I will right after the show is done taping. Yeah.
Is that why you couldn't find who had the most blocks in the tournament because you were busy blocking the box score?
I certainly had the most blocks in today's show.
Ew.
Jimmy
Rim
Snuka.
shot.
What?
Fritzy, has he blocked you on Twitter? Would you have any idea?
I would have an idea. I'm not on Twitter as much
You
as
would
these
never have an
guys,
idea.
But I don't think he's blocked me. I haven't blocked any of these guys. I just started following them.
I love when I see on Twitter, there's nothing better than like a Todd Fritz retweet, because it's either some like smoking hot chick or somebody who said like, "Hey Todd, nice guest today," and then like that'll be retweeted.
It's gotta be something about good guests.
funniest
Oh,
thing
you're
in
a
the world.
compliment retweeter?
Yeah, it's either.
Yes. What's the etiquette? What do you guys do if you get a compliment? Do you retweet it? Ever?
If I can make it funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but if I
I
get
want
something
to,
about a good
but
guest or hey,
Someday you
lost
get a
few
compliment, you
pounds.
can do it.
Yeah, one day if that ever happens.
You guys wouldn't know because you do not see my Twitter feed. Because you are.
Oh, you know, a little Xavier at you. Snuck in with a little Xavier.
All right, Fritzy, who's on tomorrow?
So far, we've got
That was like
Clark
we were 8
Kellogg
years
of
old.
CBS Sports
Clark
to
Kellogg is on.
recap the
Clark Kellogg is
Sweet
on the show.
16 games and preview the next
Well, we know
Sweet
he's
16
on.
games. And because he's just an overall
Has
nice
Clark
guy.
Kellogg done a video for your son's bar mitzvah?
Yeah, it's not, but now that you
What an
mention it-
insult.
Yeah, I should probably. Yeah, if you got to include everybody, you can't just kind of isolate people like that. But maybe I'll talk to Clark after the show, or while we have him on hold,
Poor guy.
while I'm checking the phone.
Hey,
line.
by the way,
It would
Wait,
be a
you want
mitzvah
speakerphone?
if you did.
Stay right there. Okay, sound good. Okay. Bar mitzvah video message, please.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching The Box Score. We are back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern right here on Audience Channel 239. The podcast is also available on iTunes or at podcast1.com.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching The Box Score. Holy cow!